Stop me if you've heard this one before. Microstrategy is buying some Bitcoin, more Bitcoin, in fact, $209 million worth of Bitcoin to be exact, according to the company. That said, Microstrategy's Bitcoin buys have been slowing down gradually. It did a couple of big buys when it first began this round, and then it has been sort of slowing down. As you can see there, the purchases were much larger in November, and then they have gotten slower here. But it is still the 8th straight week that it has been doing this. And as we know, the company has no plans to stop this particular strategy of leveraging its balance sheet in order to buy Bitcoin. What's changed is that the stock has started to underperform Bitcoin. For a while there, it was trading at a significant premium, and it still is at a premium if you value its balance sheet versus Bitcoin. However, it's come down pretty sharply from its highs.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see MicroStrategy start to fall off a little bit here. And I think what's interesting to me is the concept that our friend Jared Booker has brought up multiple times, which is MicroStrategy usually leads Bitcoin on the way up. I have not checked in with him on if it normally leads Bitcoin on the way down as well. But MicroStrategy had started rallying kind of long before the Bitcoin pop, right? MicroStrategy was rallying before the election. Bitcoin had seen a little bit of a move, but really it seemed like part of the Bitcoin rally maybe was already in the MicroStrategy stock. But MicroStrategy is a weird stock that moves on a lot of different things and a lot of options and stuff I know Steve likes, so I'll perhaps yield the floor to him.
I mean, and Bloomberg has been reporting also that certain hedge funds are sort of using MicroStrategy in much more complex algorithmic ways than I can explain.
Well, the way that I would think about MicroStrategy here is it's a leveraged closed-end fund that holds Bitcoin disguised as a software company. So they still have the software company wrapper,
yes.
but essentially their business model is let's issue convertible bonds or let's issue stock to buy Bitcoin.
Yes.
Well, if you're using bonds to buy something, that's buying it on leverage. So it's a leverage play on Bitcoin, which is why it does tend to lead. And quite frankly, among our customers, we see MicroStrategy lead, we see people trade Coinbase, Marathon. So those are all sort of levered to the price of Bitcoin. Marathon being a miner, gold miners are levered to the price of gold. It's just natural. So what you see here, though, with MicroStrategy is they can't stop this strategy. Now, first of all, if somebody's going to pay, if somebody's going to pay me 2 times my net asset value, and it's probably more like 65, 70% right now, well, why wouldn't I just keep issuing stock? At 2x and buy the underlying at 1x. It's a money machine until it stops. And obviously that requires, people willing to keep taking on the stock. You can't do that indefinitely because ultimately, maybe they can try to corner the Bitcoin market.
MicroStrategy, under the leadership of its bold CEO, is renowned for its audacious ventures into the digital currency realm. The company has made headlines with its continuous spree of Bitcoin acquisitions, a strategy that has not only caught the attention of industry veterans, but also of enthusiastic spectators worldwide. Over the past 8 weeks, this tech giant turned crypto-savvy company has unwaveringly stocked its Bitcoin arsenal, even amid volatile price shifts that would have unnerved less resolute investors. Just last week, the firm's strategic maneuvers caught further attention as it managed to scoop up even more of this dynamic digital asset. But what exactly does this mean for investors, and how does it fit into MicroStrategy's larger vision of financial innovation? As the suspense builds, all eyes are on this leading innovator in the software world, now making waves as a Bitcoin behemoth, reshaping the landscape of digital finance as it boldly charts its course. Welcome back to Investocracy Crypto.
What you're seeing here is, so that's where the strategies come in. So the convertible, if you issue convertible bonds, eventually you do have to get the income and pay that back. So this all, at some point, there feels like there's a natural end to this cycle. I don't know when it is though, what it is. But if I'm Michael Saylor, I'm in for a penny, I'm in for a pound. I'm just going to keep doing this because why not?
And he has said very explicitly he's not selling any of it, like ever.
Well, at some point you have to. At some point you got to pay back the convertible bondholders.
Right.
So
the question is how, right? Does somehow the underlying business software company start to throw up more cash, or do you figure out a way to monetize the Bitcoin? That to me is the big question with regards to MicroStrategy, right? Because he's not selling it.
Yep.
What do you do with it?
I mean, perhaps he holds enough of it so that he can lend it out at a higher rate than he has on the convertible bonds, which is all part of the strategy of cornering the market. I don't know, and he's a little bit inscrutable, so I'm not going to. I don't want to just speculate motives on television. That's not good for any of us. But I do think that It's certainly, this is the kind of thing that Harvard Business School class of 2040 is going to be writing case studies about.
Definitely.
For one way or the other.
Standing at the crossroads of technology and finance, Microstrategy's relentless pursuit of Bitcoin has become a saga worthy of Wall Street folklore. Under the fearless guidance of its visionary leader, the company has embraced Bitcoin not just as part of its strategy, but as the linchpin of its ambitious 21-21st plan. And if you're wondering whether they've bet the farm, let's just say they're all in, with no holds barred. Microstrategy's recent filing with the SEC reveals an astounding $209 million cash out to acquire 2,138 more of the highly sought-after cryptocurrency. This acquisition brings their total holdings to a whopping 446,400 bitcoins. Talk about putting your money where your mouth is. Their ingenious 21-21st strategy, a clever play on Bitcoin's 21 million cap limit, aims to amass an awe-inspiring $42 billion by issuing new shares and securities. With a current Bitcoin yield of 74.1%, it appears they have cracked part of the code to turning digital gold into real profits, showcasing their trailblazing approach in the financial arena.
So I want to start with your take on how stablecoins have really taken off this year, with all the talk around institutional growth and obviously the announcement from Ripple that it's launching its own stablecoin on Tuesday. How has that part of the crypto industry matured in 2024?
I would say not a lot has happened with stablecoins in the last year, which is not to say that's bad. Stablecoins are remarkably helpful in trading of virtually all cryptocurrencies. At least 60, maybe 70% of all trading pairs between different cryptos are between a stablecoin and Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, whatever that is. So stablecoins are the way people trade, and they are considered a safe harbor when there's volatility in the market and a trader wants to get out of that volatility. They park their money in stablecoins.
Yet, true to the nature of financial realms, the stock market remains as unpredictable as ever. While MicroStrategy ascended its way into the prestigious NASDAQ 100, its shares recently experienced a dip of 6% following Bitcoin's turbulent price drop from $99,000 to approximately $92,500. This fluctuation from the all-time high of $108,000 just 2 weeks prior stands as both a testament to Bitcoin's potential and its whims, highlighting the unpredictable dance of value in the cryptocurrency space. A tweet by a well-known market analyst humorously points out, MicroStrategy isn't just buying the dip, they are practically building a Bitcoin skyscraper. This pithy observation underscores the fervent enthusiasm and infectious charisma of MicroStrategy's leader that keeps the financial community abuzz with speculation and appreciation. Their strategy is nothing short of bold, contagious, and at times almost reminiscent of a rock and roll concert where Bitcoin plays the lead guitar, captivating audiences worldwide. With Bitcoin's price fluctuations, investors find themselves on a roller coaster ride. But, as history often shows, every twist and turn may just lead to the coveted thrill of the ride. Beneath the charisma and bravado of the Bitcoin strategy lies the sobering reality of market dynamics, a reality that MicroStrategy navigates with both aplomb and ambition, cementing its status as not just a participant, but a formidable shaper of the digital financial frontier. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
And there's a whole bunch of reasons probably why, but in terms of what stablecoins do well and their primary purpose thus far in aiding the buying and selling of other cryptos, they do a great job.
How much do you think that institutions get stablecoins right now? I mean, we've got talk about tokenization and, of course, Bitcoin ETFs as institutions sort of figure out their strategy around crypto. But do you feel like enough work has been done among institutions to deploy stablecoins?
Well, no. I would say most non-crypto focused companies have a very limited understanding of blockchain and what a blockchain can do. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for why I think that. You just don't see obvious applications which could be useful using blockchain haven't been rolled out yet. And this technology is 14 years old. If you compare to what happened between sort of the dawn of the consumer internet in 1994, and then where we stood 5 years, 6 years later, I mean, the internet was prolific.
In a world where calculated moves and risk-taking set the tone, Microstrategy's unyielding commitment to Bitcoin positions it uniquely within the financial ecosystem. As the company steadfastly stays the course with its bold strategy, betting heavily on the future of digital assets, the stakes have never been higher. Predictions, fueled by growing institutional interest and supportive macroeconomic factors, suggest Bitcoin's potential resurgence, drawing in fans of the currency who are eagerly watching every move. The company's standing, nestled within the esteemed NASDAQ 100, signifies both its formidable presence and visionary foresight. Looking ahead, market forecasts hint at the cryptocurrency's vast growth potential, inviting seasoned investors and new participants alike to stake their claims in this exciting digital frontier. As an era of digital finance blossoms, MicroStrategy stands out as a catalyst for change, navigating uncharted waters with a tenacity and optimism that prompts the inevitable question: will investors join in on their grand vision or play the sidelines in anticipation of what comes next? And finally, if you would like to know more about cryptocurrencies or specifically Bitcoin, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.